Hey everyone, and welcome to our weekly news show. We're going to go over all the things that happened this last week in gaming news. First, we've got Borderlands. We got all sorts of exciting stuff with Borderlands.
I heard some things.
Yeah, we had some sneak peeks, and everything looked really good with Borderlands. And then
we sent Dell on the Angry Joe Show behalf down there, and he said he enjoyed it.
Yeah, he said it looked really, really good. Now, everyone thought it looked great, but Randy, the CEO, just couldn't help himself and just got on Twitter and
he just shut the fuck up.
So the first thing that we had was there was a disagreement about Game Informer's reporting of microtransactions within the game. Now, Randy claims that his intention when they unveiled the game is that there would be no like pay-to-win microtransactions, all cosmetic only, and that's the intent that I understood, right? That was what you guys understood?
Yeah.
And so he's claiming that Game Informer is just clickbaiting and it's damaging his reputation.
He went on a tirade. I saw that. But
nuts.
You know what? It's completely inappropriate what he did.
Yes.
You're like, oh, you fucked me, man. You really fucked me, dude. And then he went like on a multiple thread. Like you go off on Twitter. Like I rarely do that. When I do, I'll have threads pop up to come harass me because it's a thing. It's a memeable thing. I can't believe this grown man, and Randy, we're like it's just. I'll tell you a story about Randy another time. But anyways, so it's like don't do that.
Well, I agree with Randy.
You just exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was gonna buck the trend. It's like he's excitable about his own game.
And he's right. He told us there was no specifically. He's like, look, we've done it for years with cosmetic stuff.
I do feel like they were fishing for clicks.
They're poking him.
And he just don't react that way. It's like, no, guys, I specifically said that there will be cosmetics. They're going to sell cosmetics. And then they went with the whole microtransactions, which is an even more generic term in order to be like no microtransactions. Well, cosmetics are microtransactions. Like, whoa, I didn't say that. I said no loot boxes. No, none of the negative stuff that everybody agrees that they don't like. Now, some people agree they don't like selling cosmetics. Yeah. But, I guess he didn't factor that one in.
Yeah.
Anyways.
As long as it doesn't affect the game.
So I feel like
I'm on his side. For once, I'm on his side completely in the situation. But he acted
just
like such
looks like a douchebag by doing that. That's the problem.
Now the thing is, it sets up potential people. They're like, let's get a rise out of Randy. Like, what can we say today to get him to go on a tirade? And
I'm surprised he's still on Twitter and people aren't harassing him constantly, which they probably are.
Oh yeah.
Because once you start that, it's over.
Yeah.
They love
trolling. He was on Twitter again because David Eddings, who had been the voice of Claptrap for the previous two games. He called him bitter and disgruntled. So David used to work for the company. He was a salaried employee. And for free, did all the voice acting for the Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2. And when a fan asked, hey, are you coming back? He said, no.
I want the original voice of Claptrap.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
We're getting a fake Claptrap.
Yes.
Fake Claptrap.
It's bullshit because remember in the trailer I was like, I'm so excited Claptrap's coming back. I read into this as well. And here, I go against Randy. What the fuck, man? Oh, you're just mad that we fired you and you got terminated. They don't like each other. Apparently, the voice of Claptrap has personal problems with Randy. Yeah. Randy does not like the guy behind the voice of Claptrap. But here's the thing. Put your personal differences aside. This is a franchise. This is a wonderful IP. This is good. This is positive. Your company is built on this.
Character.
And people love this character.
He doesn't work for them anymore, though. He works for Russo.
I made Claptrap's brother, Joe, and I voice Claptrap's brother. So of course I'm gonna come and support my fellow voice actor now because he's too transparent. He's too emotions on the sleeve. He revealed what he was gonna pay the guy. He says 2 times rate or 2 times
the legal minimum.
Is that what it was? No, that's not what he typed. Obviously, he didn't go 2 times the legal minimum.
Well,
no, there was a specific word he used in his tweet. I guess you didn't see the tweet. No, but it's like 2 times rate or 2 times something.
The industry.
And we don't know what that industry is. So I guess then Alex says, well, I'm just gonna assume that it's the bare minimum. Since he's not a famous voice actor, he probably only had one character. So developers working on the game, lending his voice. He did it. He was happy to do it for free or pro bono the first time, but the second time, pay the man. Really pay the man. Now, if he asked for something like 10 times rate or something, then obviously you have to be like, come on, man.
Let's not get too.
Come on, man. Yeah. But I would have been if you say you'll pay 2 times rate, we say, well, I'm Claptrap, give me 3 times rate. All right, deal done. 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 Agreed. 3 times rate. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what the price should be.
Yeah.
Well, the Twitter exchange was interesting because looking into the Twitter exchange, I learned some new things. So David actually said, no, I'm not voting. Well, no. For the first time, I insisted on getting paid for my performance, and all of a sudden, they couldn't afford me.
As he should.
Now, I'm not telling them how to run their business, but maybe next time they should put the $12 million payment from 2K in the Gearbox bank account instead. Just saying.
Oh!
So that's what started this whole thing. Now, if you
That
don't-
was we don't know.
So if you don't know what that is referencing
Yeah.
to,
What does that
there's,
mean?
Randy and the former counsel of Gearbox are in a massive lawsuit. They started at the beginning of this year. Now, 2K paid Randy $12 million to his
One of his companies,
his
like his-
personal company,
Like
It's
Magic Company or
yeah, well,
Duval Magic, I
it's
think.
Pitchford something Magic Company. And so a personal secret executive bonus of $12 million paid directly to Pitchford entity called Pitchford
Magic.
Entertainment and Media Magic LLC.
I like it though, because it's like magic. Where'd the money go? Disappeared.
And so the lawsuit
We don't
says,
know that.
This is particularly tragic exploitation, the lawsuit states, because these millions are being siphoned to Randy Pitchford's personal accounts instead of funding the development of Borderlands. So it's going directly to him. It's bypassing all those things.
Serious
and
allegations there.
now, it is a messy lawsuit, and we don't know if any of these things are true or not.
right,
But David thought it was funny to bring it up in the little Twitter fight.
Of course.
That's because he doesn't like Randy.
Oh, of course. But it makes the whole bitter, disgruntled statement make a little bit more sense after he's airing out all of this dirty laundry.
Yeah.
So the next thing that I wanted to talk about was actually an update from something that we talked about last week, which is Riot. Riot had their walkouts today.
Yes. I was
So
happy to see that.
if you didn't hear the story last week, Riot has a history of sexual harassment. There was their C-level executive, their COO, used to run around the office and touching their genitals of other employees. He would fart in their face, and rather than getting fired, he was. It's true. It's what the internet says.
Fart
It's got to
in
be
their
true.
Face.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. You're going to put fecal matter on my face. I'm going to sue you for millions of dollars. Well done, Riot employees. How did you put up with that kind of stuff? If true, I don't know, but
He was suspended.
I
Like,
saw it
this-
on Twitter. It's trending on Twitter.
Yeah, so
the
this
walkout.
happened. That happened in last year, and he was actually suspended for all of this stuff. So if Riot saw fit to suspend a C-level executive, probably was true. Well, today the employees of the LA office, 150 of them, walked out because Riot had implemented. They had said that there's no more lawsuits. Everything had to be done through arbitration, which is incredibly unfair for the employees, and they win less money, they win less often. And so Riot came out earlier in the week and said, "Oh, fine,
Opt out.
We're done with arbitration, except for the ones that are going on right now,
Yes.
which are the particularly bad ones. They're the ones where the women have proof that they were specifically denied promotions because they were women. They were treated poorly. They weren't given assignments that they wanted just because they were women.
Yeah.
And so these are the cases that ultimately should make it into the public, just to kind of make sure that this doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
And Riot refused to let them
Right,
go to
because
lawsuit.
they use the excuse ongoing investigation, ongoing proceedings. Well, no, you can bring those out and not do independent arbitration, and that's what everybody wants. That's what they should do. That would solve the problem, and then you're happy. But it's like one of the few examples. At least recently, of North American workers getting together and walk out and doing a planned demonstration, I think. And then Riot was on record as saying, we support this. You could do you do this between these two times. It's like between 2 and 4. But
it's
see, it's all
convenient for us.
planned,
Yeah.
and then it's supported by the managers and developers. That's symbolic. I don't know about you, but a real walkout to me is like, okay, everybody, we need to do work, and then excuse, whoa, where are you going? Oh, fuck. But I guess things don't work like that anymore, and you don't want to fuck over the other people that are, I guess, I don't
guess.
know.
I mean, if it stops being impactful if you do it when it's most convenient
Right.
to the people that are, oppressing you. I mean, MSI is going on.
I don't know.
Yeah,
the
they're just
Mid-Season
gonna be like, oh,
Invitational.
well, that's your lunch hour. Just come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, yeah.
whenever.
Well, there's major tournaments going, international tournaments. They
we
could walk
fully
out
support this
mid-tournament.
decision. We fully support this walkout.
Yeah, as long as it's.
There will be no they said there will
between.
be no repercussions for anybody that participates in the walkout.
Yeah, but they also probably said years ago there will be no sexual harassment in our office and no farting on each other's faces and genital touching. So it's like, who cares what they say?
Yeah.
The other bit of actually really big news this week is Epic they acquired Psyonix.
Oh, we got Epic again. Is it another negative thing?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a big negative thing. So they went out and they bought Psyonix Games, which owns Rocket League.
Yes.
And Rocket League is sold on Steam. And originally it was reported that you would be able to purchase and play on Steam indefinitely. And that is not correct. That is something that within the last 2-3 days they've updated. They said that while we do plan on continuing to sell Rocket League on Steam, there is no plans after we start selling it on the Epic platform.
Right.
And that is something they specifically told.
But I think the people that bought it Legacy still get support.
They
and
still get
updates.
support, but you will no longer be able to purchase it on Steam.
Which is fucking bullshit. But I mean, it makes sense if you're gonna. It makes sense from the Rocket League standpoint and Epic standpoint from a business side. Well, if I buy that shit, you're not putting in anything new you do. You're not putting it on the new one for sale for new customers. No, the new customers come over to the Epic platform, and it's just so I'm. Oh, please. Why, Joe? Where's the stick? We need a fucking stick.
What a stick?
You know, to poke a certain company.
Epic and Randy. We just have like the Randy and
Steam.
Epic stick. Yeah.
No,
Do something.
Do something.
Oh, they don't need
What?
to.
Do something. I know, right? Well, now they're predatory. Epic's being predatory. Actually, taking games away that were there and taking studios now that are away.
When is their breaking point? That's what we can figure out.
What the sad truth is, they have no breaking point.
It's
They'll sit there and take all these body blows, and they won't do a damn thing.
Yeah.
They won't do a damn thing
long as they've got that
because
much money.
Steam knows and Gabe knows eventually this is going to end. They don't have unlimited money. Eventually they're going to stop asking for they're going to stop getting exclusives and everything will equal out. We have the better service. People will come back to us.
Because theirs is perfect. Remember?
And that sucks because I want Steam to do something. I want Steam to do something. What I want them to do is do the revenue share, call the guy's bluff, and say, yeah, fine, we're going to share more money with the developers. And you said that you would stop doing the exclusivity deals, so put your money where your mouth is. No more exclusivity deals, and we're giving more money to the developers. Everybody wins. Gamers win. No exclusivity on PC. Developers win because Steam is giving more money, but that's the one thing that Steam doesn't want to do. They think it's more important to have that extra, 12%, 10%, I don't fucking know, even though they're losing all these other games. So I'm mad at Steam. I'm mad at Epic. I'm just mad.
I think it's for Steam because most of the big games on Steam are on the 80-20 split with Steam. And so on Epic, it's 88-12. And so Epic likes to put out the numbers, it's 70-30, it's 70-30. Well, all major releases are on the 80-20 split.
Well,
Steam
when
has
you
a two-tier
say
system.
major releases, you're talking about companies that make so much money now that it almost even doesn't matter. But
well, it's all of the large.
We got to look out for the smaller games
for sure.
and stuff. But
yeah, it's important
They
for
have
them.
some nice gems.
But for the majority of games that get purchased, like the volume of games that get purchased on Steam are at that 80-20%.
Yeah.
I want to do a little update on what happened with Apex. So Apex, we've seen a lot of declines, and the devs put out an update this week on what's been happening as far as cheaters and spammers go. And so they recently added in-game reporting tool that has been a big impact on discovering new cheats, including previously undetectable cheats that are now being found automatically. The total number of accounts banned since implementing that is 770,000. So there's blocked over 300,000 accounts for creation, and then they banned 4,000 cheat seller accounts in the last 20 days. So if you're wondering why you can't find games, it's because they just banned everyone because everyone apparently was cheating.
Everybody cheats at the fucking game, apparently. Luckily, I stopped playing a long time ago where I didn't really feel like there was a lot of cheating going on, though I read threads recently where it feels like there's cheating going on, and this will help that, and that's great, but...
This goes to explain.
This should have been out. This should have been out with release. But cheaters are clever.
They're always going to find a way. Honestly.
Yeah, software engineers are going to find a way to implement cheats and wall hacks and all sorts of stuff.
Well, this kind of shows because the devs a couple weeks ago had said one of the reasons why there hasn't been new content is we realized that we released something that was fundamentally broken, and it's so important to us to fix these fundamental problems, make sure that the game is working. And this was the kind of one of the things.
Makes more sense now, right, Joe? That their season 1 was so fucking weak.
Yep.
Their updates are meh.
They're just trying to patch
that they got
everything
a
up.
lot of manpower on fixing the exploits and the holes that they left in their game, because they didn't think it'd be that popular.
No. So it kind of explains what they're doing, and it's kind of nice to see. I don't know if it's going to get me back into the game until they start releasing content, but it's nice to see that they're actually working.
I'll come back season 2. I want to see what
we'll see if they
bring it.
Yeah.
You want to see if they bring it?
I need to be enticed. Right now, I'm not.
No, I know.
I see what's going on, but
oh, no cheaters. Well, that should be that way already.
Yeah.
All right, and things vaguely related to gaming news. We got a Sonic trailer that
I know,
and we actually got some good news that came out of it. When I was watching, it was like twice as many dislikes as there were likes.
Yeah.
I actually never got to see the dislike ratio. I just wasn't even looking at that. I was just looking at it. I was like, "This is disgusting." I ran to my hotel room and I was like, "Look at how funny this is." And I called you up on the phone. I'm like, "Guys, go to my house, use my equipment, which you couldn't even figure out how to use, Joe, with the fucking."
I don't even know how that happened.
Shit was on the screen.
He kept hitting buttons. It's like, it's not working.
It's like
and
Space Odyssey.
Y'all's beards and faces turned blue. I don't know.
Yeah, my beard turned blue.
Yeah, it was great.
How?
That's his doing.
What did you do?
Joe will break everything. He's the best game tester or equipment tester in the world. Anyways, we made a video, and it really resonated with the director of the project. I now believe that he actually does give a shit, because it's so rare to see a director be like, you know what, you guys are right, and it might be secretly he was already agreeing with us, but you know he couldn't get his producer to change his mind. He couldn't get the movie company to change his mind. Now it was later revealed, and I read some quotes that one of the people had said, you know, well, this is if we made him look like the video game, it just wouldn't work within our world. And they use keywords like that. It's like, no, you fucking morons. Like, stop trying. I've never understood this, and Jim Sterling recently put out a video. I think that this was actually from his video, where it's like, why would you buy an IP, right, and then change what made that IP look popular? Because we do licensing now, right? We got the Street Fighter. We're going to do Mortal Kombat. Are we going to get Mortal Kombat and then change Liu Kang into Flu Blang? No, it don't work. The reason why you do it is because the reason why you buy it is because Sonic looks so iconic. It's because he looks cool the way he is. And then all this fucking blowback, and we got it fixed, right? Because the director said we're going to fix it.
Well,
all those
it's not fixed yet. He says,
we don't know what it looks like.
We are going to fix it. They're going to make it look less like the kid from Jumanji, because
yes,
he looks so
I was like,
much
all
like
those memes that came from this were so good.
Yeah, they were
I
hilarious. So actually, you're right. This is I was going to talk about this as if we're resolved.
We haven't won yet.
Victory.
No.
Well, we have actually won to get them to change it, but they could change it into something that looks terrible. And you opened a can of worms, because then you're going to have 1 million people yelling at you from different directions that looks worse, that looks better.
Yeah.
The one thing that I can't agree with is those people are like, respect their artistic vision. It should stay exactly the same. It's like, if it should stay exactly the same, then respect the artistic vision of the Sonic creators, which, by the way, on Twitter, almost all three, I think there's 3 original Sonic creators or 3 main people that are associated with Sonic, Japanese. And in their accounts, they were making references like, I'm really worried about this. Obviously, they don't want to come out and say, this is fucking dog shit. But you could tell that they didn't like it, and they were happy, and they retweeted all these things.
Especially when like all this dislikes is going on. Like, shit, this movie's gonna bomb. We need to do something. But they got 6 months.
Yeah.
This movie comes out.
Well,
in
so
6
a lot
months.
of people. I don't buy that they're all gonna go into crunch time, and how dare y'all make them work 120-hour weeks? You're being hyperbolic, because they did this for King Kong. A lot of people don't realize they changed the way the King Kong looks in the film. And you know, when you're creating 3D models, you create the model and then you animate them, but that model is still there in the chase. Now, obviously, when you put him in certain poses, you're going to need to make changes. And if he had leg weight or big thighs and then he has skinny thighs, then yeah, you're going to need to make sure that, you know, it will work with things. But because he's not a real character, you still have the background. So let's say there's a building there that was originally covered by a leg or a foot, and then you make the leg or foot skinny. You're going to see more of the building in the background because he was never a real character. What I'm saying is that we want to change to the character model, and it's not like they have to redo everything and start the film from scratch.
They're just going to change his eyes.
It is a lot of
That's
work.
it.
I'm not saying it's not a lot of work,
Yes.
but But again, there should be laws. Don't force anybody to work more than they want to work. But there may be employees out there that's like, yeah, I'll take some overtime. Fuck yeah. I mean, hey, I want to buy that thing I like. Yeah, let's go.
Your friend that we go and have, he does post work, and he's like, yeah, absolutely, this sounds great. Well, absolutely, I'd love to do something like this.
I'd love to fucking fix this for you. You know, so let's not turn that into a negative thing. But it's always like blowback and this, and it's just fascinating to me. But what's super fascinating, I'm interested to see the new Sonic design. The next trailer comes out, and everybody's like, oh my god, it's even worse.
I'm not expecting major change. Maybe.
So you don't think they'll fix his legs?
Yeah,
I think maybe the legs could be a problem because, like you mentioned, right? But like it changes the way that he looks at in space. But his teeth and his eyes are real easy. And
no, there's a third component that I agree. Teeth and eyes are fucking weird.
They're the biggest ones for me.
Hands.
Well, his hands are messed up.
Fucking put gloves on that shit, okay? And then the lesser thing is the white fur and the fur up here instead of just the normal mouth and the discolor. They're two different colors, make them one color, and then also the arm color and then the leg muscular.
Yeah.
Because they made him.
Oh, tails
they
and
made
knuckles.
him.
Oh no.
They made him like a human being. They gave him like fucking nice big calves and shit. Like he's been working out. It's like it's supposed to be different looking legs.
Yeah, they said they compared it to like somebody just wearing PJs, and it's exactly what he looks like.
It does. It does look like that. So
horrible.
We'll see how it turns out.
It could have been this generation Super Mario Brothers. Do you remember that movie with Bob
Do
Hoskins
I?
and John Leguizamo?
I really want.
Oh man.
I actually really want on their DVDs special features is to give a version of the film with the old model in there, so we can all enjoy it and have fun and laugh a little bit.
No.
But at least we'll all have these trailers.
Yes.
And I downloaded it. If anybody needs the old trailer, if you're watching this video 5 years from now and you don't know what we're talking about, I'll give it to you. But no, obviously it's on YouTube. All right, cool.
All right, that's what we got for this week. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you check out some merch.
Yeah. And subscribe, hit that notification, and ding our dong.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. And we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show.
Bye guys.